journey, my guy.
It's been a good journey.
It's been a good journey for sure. I want you to take me through the journey, and I want to start back from the jump. I want for the people that don't know, I want to know where you came from, how your upbringing was, how was the life for Tite as a young kid.
So basically, like the 1205 and all my tags on most of my social media, you know what I'm saying, come from my mom's address where I was raised at. You know what I'm saying. So I always want to pay homage,
right,
to what actually groomed me to be what the person I am today. You know what I mean. So that basically set the whole standard from what I started. You know what I mean?
Right. So I also want to know about like your musical influences when you first started to understand hip hop. You started listening to music. You understood hip hop. Who were your main musical influences?
Well, I mean, it came in a wave. So like when I first got into like rap, I always been a rap fan. Like, I always loved, even back in the day when it was mostly DJs and the rappers were really just the MCs were really just getting the crowd from. You know what I mean?
Right.
And get everybody, live at the shows and the performances. But what the people that really made the difference to me was probably first it was Scarface. No, I take that back. It started with NWA.
Okay.
And then it went to Scarface. Cause like my Mount Rushmore for most of my life has been Scarface, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like those two are just I won't remove them. And as I continue into it, like with Tupac, he's my Mount Rushmore. Tupac is my favorite rapper forever. But when I first heard Pac, I didn't care that much for him. Like that Tupacalypse Now, I didn't feel him until I got to Strictly for My Niggas, and it made me go back and re-listen to Tupacalypse Now, and then I had a whole nother gravitation towards him because I understood where he was coming from. Okay, because it was different.
So we have Tupac.
Yeah.
We have Scarface.
Yeah.
We have Cube.
Right.
Who else goes on there?
I mean, for me personally,
right,
like locally, if you look at our first podcast we did, one of my favorite all-time rappers ever, and it's on a local state level, is J-Dog, because
wow.
Nah, man,
okay.
I mean, like, for me, music gotta make you feel something, and anybody who listens to J-Dog, man, like, it's the same feeling you get when you listen to the Tupacs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can take you on that journey with him, and then you can cry with him, you can laugh with him, but you feel it. And that's the whole purpose of music. Like, for me, it's always been like somebody gotta make me feel something. When I first heard NWA, it was like, oh my God, what the hell? Right. I didn't hear the curse words and the vulgar, language of it. I heard the stories they was telling. And that's why I always felt like with Ice Cube, man, regardless of what he actually did and didn't do, he told that story that you felt. And the same thing with Scarface. Like, they told a story that you felt, and that's what music is. Whether you want to party, you want to say, if you're going through some hardship, at home with family, like, they were able to tell them stories in a different way. And that's why, like, I like the Biggies. I love Jay-Z, but I'm not a punchline type of guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not my style. It's never been my style. I'm not a punchline guy. I like the stories. Right. I like to feel something from the music. But it can be something simple as, get up and dance and throw your hands up, like, but that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you grow up, you like all these rappers. When does it come to a point where you're like, you know what, I want to be a rapper? This is something that I have a passion for. What age?
And I was young, bro. I think I was maybe 12, 13 years old.
Wow.
Man. Actually it was, because I was in middle school, and one of our football coaches was a DJ. It was me and a couple other guys, man. We were doing a talent show, and so we decided to do perform My Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's when it really started. And so him being a DJ, one weekend he had us come in and just recorded a real song with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, at the school gymnasium, man. Whoever was there, y'all know what I'm talking about, man.
You got a snippet for us? You gonna rerun the clock?
Bro, that's too many years ago. But like, it was like But it was like it was so fun, man, and it was such a good feeling because you know then too I was with friends and doing something that we all loved, and it was just really organic, man, and it was just again it was fun, and that's why I got into music because music was fun, and when it got unfun, that's when I got out of music. But you know that's a whole other story.
Okay. Well, we fixing to get to that story in a bit. So you wanted to find out that you're rapping. I want to know because like, how did you come up with the name Tite? Tell me the story. How did that come about?
So it's a funny story. So Tite is short for another name that I had back in high school, man. So a couple guys used to call me Pimp Tite. And so when I got serious about the actual, you know, the rap shit, once I got in there, because I went up going to college, man, Sam Houston State.
Shout out to Sam Houston State.
Sam Hugh, what up, baby? Them goddamn Bearcats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what wound up happening was when I got there and I actually, you know, I met DJ Bull and I started, you know, taking raps, you know, more serious. There was also a rap group in Houston on Rec Shop Records called Pimp Tite.
Okay.
And
okay.
then too, I felt like the name it got kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? And so I wound up shortening it because I didn't want any, you know what I'm saying? Like there's already a group named Pimp Tite, so I didn't want to, you know, cause any problems or misunderstandings of my brand. So I just shortened it to Tite, you know what I'm saying? And then that's what everybody wound up calling me anyway. You know
so you mentioned meeting DJ Bull in college.
Right.
When did it come to a discussion point where you're like, you know what, this is something I want? Did he approach you? Did you approach him?
Nah, what actually happened, man, so DJ Bull at the time, like this was I think my freshman year in college, man. So he was you know, he DJ'd all the parties, you know what I'm saying? And so what he also did was he did a lot of college mixtapes. And so one of the college mixtapes he wound up doing was he had a couple guys come up to, he had a CD store called DJ Bull Hip Hop Shop. So he had a couple guys come up there and like just did a couple freestyles. He wound up putting them on his mixtape. Right. And you know, one of my close friends that year, my boy Jay Bill, he hit me up because he knew I rap. Because I let him hear some of the shit I had recorded, you know what I'm saying, when I was, you know, back in high school.
Right.
And so he had brought me up there, man, you know what I'm saying, and I just did a freestyle. And you know, long story short, you know, I stayed with it. You know, me and Bull wound up getting, you know, becoming like, you know, best friends, real close, man. And the whole thing with, you know, it was just fun at the time, but we wound up having a conversation on the way to one of his DJ gigs in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Of taking the whole thing we were doing and making it something bigger.